What if the reason you're losing sales isn't just your pitch, your pricing, or your product, but the fact that buyers feel like you've already crossed a line they never gave you permission to cross? Let's talk about something nobody in sales training is talking about, and that's boundaries. And how the moment you ignore a buyer's boundary, you don't just lose the sale, you lose their trust forever. Picture this. It's a Tuesday afternoon. A sales rep named Marcus has been closing a prospect, let's call her Diana, for the past 6 weeks. He sent 14 emails, called her cell phone 4 times, dropped into her LinkedIn direct messages, even sent a handwritten note to her office. Now, in Marcus' mind, he's persistent, right? He's doing what his manager told him to do. Follow up until they say no. And truthfully, I used to say this too. In Diana's mind, she feels hunted. She feels like her professional boundaries are being bulldozed by someone who is more interested in his quota than her actual problem. She doesn't pick up. She doesn't reply. And when Marcus' company eventually pitches Diana's team in a formal RFP process 6 months later, Diane remembers and she goes with the competition. Marcus didn't lose that deal in the RFP. He lost it on email number 7 when Diana's boundary screamed, "Stop," and he didn't listen. This isn't just one story. The research backs this up, and it's damning for the way most sales teams operate. According to a landmark study by Gartner, 77% of B2B buyers describe their most recent purchase as extremely complex or difficult. A massive driver of that difficulty, feeling pressured and over-contacted by sales reps. That source is Gartner, the new B2B buying journey in 2023. Now, HubSpot's State of Sales report found that 71% of buyers want to do their own research before ever talking to a sales rep. Yet most reps initiate contact within hours of a prospect downloading a single piece of content. And perhaps most striking is Salesforce State of the Connected customer report that revealed 76% of customers expect companies to understand their needs and expectations, yet only 34% say companies actually treat them as individuals, not transactions. Buyers are telling us clearly and loudly, we have boundaries, we have timelines, we have autonomy. And when you ignore that and you don't just annoy us, you disqualify yourself. This is a good spot to pause for a second, and I appreciate it that you enjoy my videos. Many of you have told me in the comments. If you really want to accelerate your sales, let me suggest that you book a one-on-one personal coaching session with me. You can do it right below in the first comment. There's a link, or you can go to the description area of this video to click on the link and book a time that's best for you. That really is where my clients just accelerate, is through one-on-one coaching. And I want you to have that as well. Now back to the video. So what does it actually look like to respect buyer boundaries while still being an effective, high-converting salesperson? I've broken it down for you into 3 steps. These aren't soft skills, they're competitive edges. Step 1, ask for the boundary. Don't assume it. Most sellers assume they know how a buyer wants to be engaged. They don't ask, they impose. Step one is radically simple. Ask the buyer how they want to be communicated with, at what frequency, and who else should be involved in the conversation. It sounds like this. Before we go any further, I want to make sure I'm showing up for you the right way. What does a helpful sales process look like from your end? How often would you like to connect, and what's the best way to reach you? That simple question does three things. It signals respect, it gives you real intelligence about their decision-making process, and it creates a mutual agreement, which dramatically reduces ghosting. Research from Rain Group found that top performing sellers are 2.3 times more likely to deeply understand the buyer's situation before presenting a solution. Understanding starts with asking, not assuming. Step two, honor the signals, both spoken and unspoken. Buyers communicate their boundaries in two ways, with their words and with their silence. Most sellers only hear the words. Elite sellers read both. Spoken signals sound like, "We're not ready yet. We need more time. Can you follow up next quarter?" Unspoken signals look like 3 consecutive unreturned calls, one-word email replies, declining meeting requests, or going quiet after the initial enthusiasm. Here's the critical mindset shift. Silence is not an invitation to escalate. Silence is a boundary. When you see these signals, the boundary respecting response is to acknowledge, recalibrate, and give space. Try this. "Hey, Diane, I've noticed my timing might be off. No pressure at all. Whenever you're ready to revisit, I'm here. I'll follow up in 30 days unless you prefer otherwise." That message does something extraordinary. It hand controls back to the buyer. And psychologically, according to research published in the Journal of Consumer Psychology, when people feel in control of a sales interaction, their trust in the seller increases significantly, and their likelihood to convert automatically goes up. Step three, add value at every touch point, or don't touch. The third step is where high volume follow-up dies and high value engagement is born. The question every seller must ask before reaching out is not, "Have I followed up recently?" The question really is, does this touch point genuinely serve the buyer's interest right now? Because here's what buyers experience. The average B2B buyer receives 120 plus business emails per day. Every email just checking in email is a withdrawal from your trust account. Every genuinely useful insight, relevant case study, or thoughtful question is a deposit. Marcus could have sent Diana a single well-researched insight about a regulatory change impacting her industry, something she didn't know that she could actually use. Instead, he sent 14 versions of "just wanted to circle back." LinkedIn's B2B buyer behavior study found that buyers are 5 times more likely to engage with a sales rep who provides new insight versus one who simply follows up with a status check message. Here's the truth about boundary respecting selling. It's not about doing less. It's about doing things with more intentionality, more empathy, and more strategic precision. The sellers who win in today's market, where buyers are more informed, more skeptical, and more protective of their time than ever before, are not the ones who push hardest. They're the ones who make the buyers feel safe. Ask for the boundary, honor the signals, add value or add nothing at all. Because in the end, the buyer who feels respected doesn't just buy from you once. They advocate for you, they refer you, they come back. And Marcus? Well, he eventually learned this lesson, just not in time to win Diana's business. Don't be Marcus. Now, if you're watching this thinking, I know I need to make this shift, but I don't know where to start. If you want to supersonic your sales, stop guessing and start getting real personalized strategy, book a coaching session with me. We'll dig into exactly where you're overstepping buyer boundaries, where you're leaving trust and money on the table, and how to rebuild your sales approach so buyers lean in instead of pulling away. One session can change everything. The link to book is right below this video. Don't be Marcus, and don't wait until you've lost another Diana to make the change. Now stay savvy.